Guys, what is going on? Chris Colgan here, your favorite Northern Virginia DMV area realtor. What a wild ride we have been on this last week. So this job market data comes out, right? And it was a lot less jobs created in the United States, which was showing a slowing economy. And by that means the stock market and all the markets reacted. The stock market is currently down as of this video. And the market definitely reacted with interest rates almost dropping 0.5% to a 30-year average of 6.3%. I actually have some clients who are locking in at around 5.9% and 5.8%, depending on your credit score. So interest rates have definitely fallen. So how is this affecting our local market? We are definitely seeing a slowdown in the real estate market here nationally and locally in Northern Virginia. But how much has that affected Northern Virginia and the DMV? Well, in this video, I'm going to get into that really quick. Now, keep in mind, before I get into these stats, July and August is always slow for the DC area. Everyone is out on vacation, school is getting ready to start back up, and it is extremely hot. But one thing I will tell you, the last 2 weeks, I've noticed the showings are down on some of my listings, but depending on the location of the house, we had one house that just got bid up $50,000. That was a townhouse over in Bristol. People still will pay for prime locations, but the days of overpricing a home and just getting an offer, I believe, are gone. But guess what? Affordability is going to get better as these interest rates drop. But let's look at supply and demand, right? That's what everything in a good economy is all about. So just giving you a quick update of our market here. And by the way, you better subscribe to my channel. Now I'm gonna pull up this quick summary from Bright MLS. This is where I get all my data. They go on to say list prices declined seasonally. The median list price for the week ending July 28th was $409,000. Now keep in mind, that's the whole mid-Atlantic area, not Northern Virginia and just DC. A 3.8 drop from last week, 3.8% drop from last week. And the Baltimore metro area list prices have fallen for 3 weeks. So Baltimore is slowing down. Again, they don't go on to mention Northern Virginia or DC specifically. Inventory continues to grow. Now, this is something I'm definitely seeing in Northern Virginia. Across the Bright MLS service area, there were 35,000 active listings at the end of the week of July 28th, up 2.3% from a week ago. But listen to this. Inventory has been steadily climbing since early February, and the number of active listings is now 27% greater than the same time last year this week. So inventory is actually starting to really creep up. And like I said, that really depends on the market area. I am seeing some builders throw out some crazy incentives as well. More sellers are canceling their listing agreements. Canceled listings remain the same, but there has been a steady increase in the numbers of sellers who decided to put their home off the market. That is actually up 34%, but it is still very low compared to how it is seasonally. So just 305 people canceled their listings last week compared to 35,000 active listings. So 505 people canceled their homes, their agreements, and decided to take their home off the market out of 35,000 listings. That's actually not that bad. I've seen it be a lot more worse than that. Most reasons they go on to say is maybe just holding off to the uncertainty of the election, things like that. So how does Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia fare? Let's take a look. All right, so I hate how Bright MLS does this, but I've done this a couple times on my videos. I want to try to get these out for you guys weekly. By the way, if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, text me at the number below. We have 4 million people a week watch my Instagram. We can get your house out there and have plenty of people take a look at it. I sell listings all the time, and most of my buyers come from this YouTube channel. Just a quick note from your sponsor, yours truly. Okay, by the way, so let's talk about the Washington, D.C. Metro, which would be Frederick County, Maryland, Loudoun, Fairfax, Montgomery County, Maryland, PG County, Arlington, Alexandria, and D.C. Look at this. Showings are down 20%. New purchase contracts are down 1.7%. Medium time to contracts and medium days on the market is up 2 days to 23 days. So homes are still selling on about a medium average of 3 weeks. That's actually not that bad. New listings are down 5%. So you can tell it's a lot better than the Baltimore area. Look at that. Medium list price is still up 4%. Remember, a 3% increase is a average market. So right now we're a little bit above an average market of 599,000. Active listings is up 38% though. That's definitely kind of interesting to watch. So I think if you're a buyer, you're probably going to be getting some better deals. You won't have to be bidding things up. There's going to be more houses for sale. Number of listings that actually had to do a price reduction, 7.5% of all listings, and then 164 listings canceled, up 22%. So still a strong market, but keep in mind we are talking about Washington, D.C., and there is a really nasty election going on right now. We are in the middle of the summer season. Let's take a look at the Northern Virginia area. All right, so for these purposes of the Bright MLS, they call Northern Virginia North Central Virginia, which is like Fauquier, Rappahannock, Prince William, Culpeper, Winchester, Fredericksburg, big, huge area where a lot of my viewers go. We go into DC, Maryland, pretty much everywhere. But all right, let's check this out, right? Showings are pretty much even, 5,352 the last week. New contracts are up 3%. Medium days on the market, exactly the same as Washington, D.C., 23 days. New listings is up 4%. But look at that, medium list price is only up 1% to $499,000. So guess what? Prices have been pretty much the same when you get further out into the suburbs. Active listings up 20%, and then active listings with a price decrease 10%, and then 23 people took their homes off the market. So checking that out, right? Like active listings with a reduction is 10% of all listings. So 1 out of 10 people had to reduce their price, right? So you are seeing some sellers start to reduce their prices. But look, let's talk about this. I think more than anything, we have an affordability issue, right? Like you have to have a dual income household to afford a house around here in the DMV, unless you're someone who coming in who's making a huge salary, which I'm seeing a lot of, right? But I think that right now is the core of our problem. We certainly don't have a ton of new construction. You are seeing a lot of new construction though out in the Culpeper, Winchester, Fredericksburg area, not so much in Prince William, Fauquier, Loudoun, Arlington, Alexandria, obviously as well. But guess what? I think interest rates are going to continue to fall. If you ask me for a magic wand, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've seen 2 market crashes. I do not think we're on pace for a market crash. A correction could definitely be in store, which would be needed as prices have gone way too high and affordability is not there at all. Now, of course, the Fed may do an emergency meeting and do an interest rate cut, which could bring some buyers off the sideline. I actually saw from the NAR Economist, this week drop alone, when you're talking the average sales price around like our area, was saving people around $300 a month. So you can see how much these little interest rate drops help a lot. But by the way, guys, definitely subscribe to my channel. And as always, text me or email me for any real estate needs.